lines. There were just so many. You remember how many lines were in this fucking thing?
Yeah.
They're all gone, dude. Woo! Wow. All of the beautiful lemons.
Nice.
Is that nice? Holy shit. Oh, it's not about like eat it.
No.
I'm gonna try one. Wake me up.
Sounds so weird.
Well. Well, remember the
Put it back in there. Like, these are good ones still, right?
Yeah. Okay.
Don't put the one you like just fucking
Gives me
slobbered on. Dude, get that out of here.
Dude, remember the Sunny episode where they're doing the podcast and they like lure Cricket in by like telling they're gonna give him a chicken or something, and they give him fucking lemons.
Yeah, and they make him eat them in front of him.
Tart.
Yeah.
This is tart.
That is tart. That is really tart.
That woke me up though.
I'm not complaining, but these are pretty tart.
But I can look like a dog vagina.
I mean, does my scar look like a dog's vagina? You know, maybe. I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here.
Wow, that's really tart. Rothman!
That's right.
Am I getting louder with those?
Yeah.
Have I never scared you?
Not the way I scared you.
You scared the fuck out of me.
That was very spooky.
That was hiding in a closet, like I'm getting my like clothes for work in the morning.
Was that
and
my
fucking pop out.
first Rob Squared?
Oh, that was the first and only, really. Like,
Yeah.
like individual one.
Yeah.
Rob Squared. We are still
writing.
I'm chugging along.
Yeah.
I was kind of doing the math for this. I think I've had 25 years.
Oh.
I started drinking at 11.
Yeah,
So like, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. If you can't see this now, but that's 15 hours of drinking.
Yeah.
Sun.
How you feeling?
Fun.
Feeling good?
Yeah. Well, I was a little tired, but then I had that little.
Was it the beatdown you just got?
Yeah, he beat me in 2K. You know, whatever. He beats me one game. He fucking brags. Worm.
Right.
All right, wide receiver hot takes.
Yeah.
This is the best one, I feel like, because wide receivers are
I'm pretty excited about it.
all over the map.
There's
Some deep ones. He already changed it. Look how nice that looks, dude. I'm on top of shit. I know what I'm doing.
Wide receiver / wide receiver.
Well, I don't know why I did that.
That
well,
makes sense.
that's alcohol, I mean. A couple things here
Sure.
I have planned for you. At least I have something planned for you guys. Just a couple things I learned this week that I didn't know.
Okay.
And I probably should have known. So, the buffalo.
Like the animal?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought they were gone.
Oh.
Apparently they're not gone.
No. Like go out west?
I thought they were gone. So I thought the Native Americans just destroyed the buffalo population and there was none.
Yeah.
And then shout out to Brad Bartel, by the way. He's the one that told me. I work with him.
No.
Ben's brother. Ben's their biggest fan. Ben.
Okay.
Shout out to Ben always. Brad's a fan as well. Got to get him a hat
Okay.
soon. But so we were talking about somehow buffalo came up. He said he was on vacation. This buffalo came close to the car. I was like, wait.
Yeah.
Buffaloes don't exist. And someone said that was there, like, where do you think this comes from? I was like, well, I know buffalo wings ain't fucking from Buffalo.
No, but
So I don't know.
Buffalo's the sauce.
And I can make fun of myself when I'm wrong.
You're thinking of the theory where the native population hunted all the large.
Yeah, and they all disappeared.
Yeah.
So is it a different type of buffalo?
Probably. Well, I think you're thinking more like mastodons and the woolly mammoths and stuff like that.
Well,
like
yeah, I know the woolly
far,
mammoths aren't around.
Not far enough.
I legit thought the buffalo were gone.
Oh shit!
And I know there's trackers that can just sense the buffalo by smelling their dung.
In exchange for reading lessons, Mr. Hunt reciprocates by teaching me some of his frontier skills.
The buffalo is near now.
Ah, you can tell that just by sniffing its droppings.
No, I can see the herd right over there.
Well, then why are you...
So, well,
Is that real?
well, if that is that something you've heard, or you just you're just making like
shit
a?
up. I'm just making
Because I was gonna say, if you find a pile of shit from a buffalo, yeah, it's a pretty good guess there's buffalo around. Like they
or my
expect
dad's around.
Yeah. Oh, buffalo shit.
Oh shit! All right, I got another one for you here that I learned. This one's kind of weirder.
All right.
So Eddie's the bar I go to all the time. Eddie Goodell's in Elburn.
Yeah.
So the new owner is awesome, Ralph. He is Polish, from Poland, so he's European.
Cool.
And somehow we were having a smoke late, where it's just us at the bar, like drinking, and like somehow we got to the talk of penises and circumcision and all, and just whatever.
Somehow, huh?
Probably me.
Yeah.
You're trying to say I brought that conversation
Somehow.
up? Yeah, it was probably Erica. She was there. It's probably her.
Yeah,
she likes
yeah,
talking about penises. Sorry,
yeah,
Erica.
Yeah, she just brings it up all the time.
All the time. So anyway, it's common knowledge that women prefer circumcised penises.
Hey, Jerry, you ever seen one?
What do you mean that wasn't,
Yeah.
No, you?
Yeah.
What'd you think?
It had no face, no personality.
Oh, regardless, I'm digging the hole already, dude.
Maybe.
So like, I wasn't thinking he's European. I obviously didn't know this, so I wouldn't have said this. And he's cool. And his wife was there, so it was like couples kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
And I was like ripping on uncircumcised penises. I was like, I call them hoodies. It's like a hoodie, right? Like wearing a hooded sweatshirt.
Sure.
And I didn't know that like Europeans are not circumcised.
You mean circumcision?
Yeah.
I would advise against that.
Kramer, it's a tradition.
Yeah, well, so was sacrificing virgins to appease the gods, but we don't do that anymore.
Yeah, it's
Like
it's
it's
an
an American thing, dude. Like, and I'm sure there are some that are, but
Sure.
like, dude, like apparently it's very prevalent there now,
Yeah.
unless you're Jewish.
Yeah.
And dude, I know like the Brits episode from Seinfeld,
It's a barbaric ritual.
but I don't know, man. Like I didn't know both these things,
Yeah.
and again, I can make fun of myself when I'm wrong, and when I'm stupid, it's stupid. And I just felt like an idiot. I was like, oh.
Here's an interesting thought. So, there's like Pornhub and like whatever. But that's
It's a shitload,
my go-to porn
Well, that's
site.
the basic, yeah.
But my point is like European or even like I know Mexicans like same
Mm-hmm.
thing. Like they, do they have like their porns? Are they all uncircumcised? Like if it's like if it's like an exclusive
Right.
website
I'm
to
sure.
the country, right? Like are they all just?
Well, yeah, it's what they're used to.
But it feels like across the world, like movies, fashion,
Circumcised dicks.
Well, yeah. So, are they watching American porn uncircumcised? And now, like how they? I don't know. It seems like.
Well,
other
here's my
nations
comparison.
idolize,
Like, we know everything as like feet and shit. Like, it sounds weird. Like
what?
Feet, like metric system, right? Is across the world.
God, yeah.
We know things as like yards. They all go meters.
Sure.
NFL football,
Miles,
baby.
kilometers.
Right. And like in popular culture, even in like Europe, they go by what we go by.
Yeah.
So like
They're taught what we're
is the metric system and like what we go by. What do we even call that? The American way? I don't fucking know. Non-metric system. Is that the equivalent to like
the periodic table? No.
Is that the equivalent to like circumcised dicks?
Dude, what is it called?
You know what I'm saying? Like, is it like?
No.
Oh, well, they're like, well, Americans might be watching this, so we better slice this fucking hoodie off, dude. Take your hoodie off.
Well, no. My point.
Bill
was,
Belichick, take that hoodie off.
My point is worldwide, we control a lot of the media, in terms of like, especially movies, right? Like, so it's all right. It made 50 million domestically, but it made 500 million worldwide, or whatever, something like that.
Yeah.
So, I think that I would guess that the porn site. I would doubt that if you go over to Europe, that they have their own internet or whatever.
Yeah.
I'd be surprised. I would think that they would still idolize the American way.
Sorry, I'm looking up uncircumcised. No, we should watch the film later and figure this out.
European
we watched all the the other film, and we've watched every player. So naturally, the next thing
now
we
we
do is
evolved
just
to watching porn at 3 a.m. Yeah.
well, not just porn, just
European porn.
The percentage of circumcised and uncircumcised.
So
dicks
you want to watch porn with me at 4 a.m. so we can check out the dude's dicks.
Sounds fun. Does that sound weird? Whatever, man. We're having fun.
Yeah.
All right, Rob Square.
Let's do it.
This is wide receivers. This is actually fantasy football talk. believe it or not.
This ain't Howard Stern, huh?
Well, it's something like that. I don't know what the fuck it is.
Both.
It's Rob Squared. There ain't nothing like it. Okay, you're not getting this anywhere else. Now we're about to give you 10 motherfucking names. 10 names. Deep ones, uncut ones.
I got because we have
total
our,
names.
we have our
Come on, the math I can count. Thank you. All right, we have 2 combined takes again.
Yes, sir.
That we didn't want to take from each other.
Yes, sir.
Number 1. No, thank you. Appreciate that. Okay. Chris and Kirk.
Hey, I'm cutting you off on the line.
Yeah, right. The line got me. It wasn't the 25 beers.
A little tart.
Yeah, right. Chris and Kirk, 100 catches. That I'm gonna say. What would that translate to? Probably like shit, dude. Like maybe not wide receiver 1 because of touchdowns.
Sure.
Say top 15 wideout.
Yeah, for sure.
Right.
It's where his ADP is.
His ADP is 85. He's going wide receiver 42.
Yeah, man.
Criminally underrated. He's the number 1. They paid him a boatload of money, dude.
He was.
You know how many times he can circumcise and uncircumcise his dick with that kind of fucking money?
Dude.
Like,
if I remember correctly, I believe he was the first free agent signed.
Yeah.
Like
he was set the market, and no one else even matched it.
And it's crazy because after that, AJ Brown got traded, Devontae Adams got traded,
Right.
Tyreek Hill got traded,
right.
but they said you're our priority.
Yeah, dude, they could have done all those things. I mean, not Adams, but like,
why not?
I don't think Adams would want to go there. Is the point? Like they, you know.
He wanted to play with Carr,
right.
but Tyreek Hill. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like,
a lot of shoes dropped there, and Kirk was the first one. So 100 catches is fucking reasonable shit.
Yeah.
We love Trevor Lawrence. I feel like that their skill sets match up well.
100%. It's he's already said that Kirk is the most quarterback friendly receiver he's played with.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's I know that it's still early. That's fluff, but he got a huge contract.
Is it fluffy?
Yes.
Is it?
I don't know. Is it?
It is fluffy. Yeah. What do you think about Kirk? Give me your take.
Yeah, I mean, I would say he's in line for 150 targets, like without a doubt. I mean, who's behind him? Zay Jones, Laviska Shenault,
Marvin Jones, Jones brothers, Evan Ingram,
Marvin Jones,
Travis Etienne is really the thing.
Yeah,
but I mean, dude, like 150 targets might be a bit rich, but I think 140. Mooney got 140 last year. Okay, with a team that did not throw the ball, with a scrambling quarterback, and Allen Robinson in town.
Who's a better receiver, Kirk or Mooney?
Ty.
Think so?
Yeah, I think Kirk's more versatile.
All right, well that hammers the point because you're drafting Mooney as a wide receiver 3, like almost a high-end wide receiver 3, but you can get Kirk as a wide receiver 4, or at least ADP wise, and
and he's not going up is the weird thing. No. So we both love Kirk. We've been kind of singing his praises, and the thing is, remember how I ripped on I was all about the contract and why I hated Christian Kirk.
Yeah,
I don't think he's that great of a player, but the role.
Well, now the contract seems reasonable. Like him getting $17 million a year or whatever versus
the contract's trash, but
now he's getting 100 catches.
Right. But I'm saying that this solidifies his role is what I'm saying. And I don't think he's that great of a player, but he doesn't need to be that great of a player. Worst players have gotten 100 catches.
Yeah.
So Nico Collins, our next guy, guy we love, we've been singing the praises of, Texans wide receiver, second year guy. I complimented early Allen Robinson.
That's good.
He's 6'4". He's still 4.48 speed. So Allen Robinson was 4.62 guy.
Yeah.
So I know that we're splitting hairs there, but he's faster. Plays physical. Yeah. He's good at the slant. He can run. He has a route tree. He's not just a fucking one-trick pony. So I have for us as top 36, which might not sound spicy because it's like
what's his ADP?
He is going wide receiver 73.
Yeah.
So ADP 163. He's not really drafted.
So you're talking wide receiver 6.
Anytime you're talking splitting the wide receiver or the ADP in half. Yeah. Right, like wide receiver 73 down to 36.
Yeah,
hot take.
So,
take.
Real quick before we move on to our personal ones, would you give me your? I'll do the same. What are your estimates on his stats this year?
Like high end, average, and low end.
Well, if he's going to be wide receiver 3, which I think we both agree. What do you think?
I think he can have 65 catches for 900 yards. Yeah, and 6 touchdowns.
Yeah, I was going to say 70 for 1,000 and 5 to 7.
I mean, he caught 3 touchdowns last year. Or no, maybe not. He had 2.
Well. And this is a guy where if you watch his film, like he's really, really good at. He doesn't play like he's 4-4-8 or whatever.
In the backfield, Mills running out of time. Penalty markers, and Mills going to throw toward the sideline.
But he's a big physical guy that positions his body really well. He plays like a tight end, but.
Mills to the air on first down, looking, and he's got him.
But obviously he has the athletic ability to.
I also noticed that you don't realize how big he is when you watch him play.
Yeah.
You don't just say, like, AJ Green, you know that dude's tall as fuck.
Yeah.
You're not just like, oh, Nico Collins is 6'4". You might think he's 6'2".
Built. Like,
he's
like
AJ
AJ Green.
Yeah. He doesn't play as strong as his body, but, like, obviously
Well, no, I
that's
think he
an
does.
NFL.
I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
like, just watching him go across the middle, he's, you know how they always say that Antonio Gates is a perfect example. Like, he played basketball, so he just boxes them out. What Nico Collins does really well is he boxes people out, not in the end zone, but like running his route.
Right.
Like he positions his body, and he's a big boy, big strong guy.
And the reason I had the Allen Robinson comp, and if you go back, I'll put the numbers up here. Allen Robinson. So Nico Collins got his feet wet last year. It wasn't a great year, but again, Davis Mills, they didn't even have him at the start of the year. Yeah. He was not ready to play. They had Brandon Cooks stealing all those targets. They had the 2 tight ends that sucked. Like they were bad. So he still got his feet wet, had 30-something catches, had 400 yards, had 2 or 3 touchdowns. Very similar to Allen Robinson's rookie year. Yeah. Robinson, a little better stats. He was more of a pro-ready receiver. But Allen Robinson's second year was the blow-up year. 1,400 yards, 14 touchdowns. So I'm not saying that. We're not saying that.
That's so juicy.
So juicy. I'm saying, like, I feel like he is almost as good of a player.
Well, also
at this point in their careers, right?
It needs to be mentioned too. You're right. It needs to be mentioned too that Brandon Cooks is 1 concussion away from retiring.
Right. He hasn't had one in a while, but he still has a lot.
But
so
he's had like 4 or 5 already. So I mean,
he's
he was almost out of the league. I remember there was rumors that he's going to have to retire.
He hasn't missed a game in forever. And it's like that guy's due. He's small. I know he plays pretty safe. He gets down, but he's due to get hurt. So
that was more the icing on the cake.
Yeah.
Like
we're not even talking about the injury.
regardless.
Yeah, 100% same. I was about to say you got your nose thing. All right, my first hot take here. I'm going to keep on beating this well. I think that when we're like 60 years old and DK Metcalf has retired 22 years ago, I'm still going to be calling DK Metcalf a top 5 receiver. I'm still going to be, he's my guy, right?
Yeah, sure.
Been my guy. I love the talent. I still feel like he is still learning the receiver position. Like, and he has made some strides, but he doesn't need to learn because he is a fucking freak, a beast, a man. And this is dependent on the quarterback situation, but I believe, and I believe you believe, a lot of believes that Drew Lock is going to win that job. Yeah. Why would they fucking play Geno Smith? Like, at least you give fucking Lock a chance.
Geno Smith is, if you're the Bears in the mid-2000s and you play Kyle Orton.
Right. And you have Lovie Smith as your coach.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll is kind of Lovie Smith, unfortunately.
But I'm saying, you have an all-world defense and you have a good running back.
They don't have that.
And you just need a manager and a quarterback.
They're not trying to win.
If they want to try and win
where's the upside? Yeah. And the thing is, like, I hear in all these podcasts, bro, like, everyone buries Drew Lock. They think he's the worst player since fucking non-sliced bread. Yeah. Like, you got to eat this sandwich with a fucking loaf? No, man. Drew Lock, arm talent, out the ass, dude.
Do you think...
I think Drew Lock's better than any of the quarterbacks that came out in this class.
Let me ask you this. So, when they traded Russ, do you think if they didn't get Drew Lock, would they still do the trade?
Probably.
Do you think...
I think it was kind of a throw-in, but I like the value they got.
I'm saying
how old is
Seattle?
Drew Lock? 24, bro.
Because, like, I think they had to include Fant and they had to include Locke just because they like I heard this. I can't verify it, but I've heard that Pete Carroll loved Drew Lock coming out.
The Seahawks like Drew Lock.
Yeah.
And here's the thing about Drew Lock is that, yes, he had all the weapons. They're saying that, you know, Russell Wilson's going there with almost better weapons or the same. We're talking DK Metcalf and Tyler Lockett, pros. Yeah. Judy, Sutton, Patrick, like
you can
whatever.
see
similar skill position players. Yeah. But the thing is, the reason that Drew Lock didn't succeed was not his weapons. He had the weapons. He was not put in a position to succeed because he had Vic Fangio calling plays. Not necessarily calling plays, but a defensive-minded head coach. It was trash. He was playing a high school offense. Yeah, he had the players, and like Drew Lock is a fucking gunslinger. And we always commented that I love that guy because he fucking chucks the ball downfield. Yeah. And, you know, I like Tyler Lockett as ADP as well. Yeah. It's nice. It's like 80. DK Metcalf right now is going wide receiver 24, which is insane. ADP 52. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So I like that value for in general. I'm saying top 5 receiver because if Drew Lock wins the job, Drew Lock's going to throw the fucking ball.
Get off the blocks. They're not firing through the offensive line. So right now, both sides need to step it up offensively.
Gage in the series for Brett Rippon. Lock is going to throw it. Protection holds up. Lock on course and deep. And suddenly some urgency for Lock on 3rd and 13 as he takes his shot and hits.
Like Russell Wilson was so safe with the ball, it hurt DK Metcalf because he didn't throw the ball in tight windows.
Yeah.
He checked it down or scrambled, did whatever he did, right? Drew Lock's going to throw the ball to DK Metcalf.
Yeah.
And DK Metcalf has 32 touchdowns his first 3 years in his career.
Yeah.
Bro, even he had bad years. It's always disappointing. Everyone's always disappointed.
Well, he's a world-class
Bro,
athlete.
he averages 11 touchdowns a year.
Yeah.
So give me 14 touchdowns for DK Metcalf. That's top 5 fucking receiver. Let's fucking go. DK met both, by the way, on this channel.
That's right. Yeah.
What do you got? You got anything on DK or?
Fuck, I forgot what I was about to say. Oh yeah, let me say this. Can you name 3 receivers that you'd rather have outside of DK in a toss-up situation where Drew Lock's just gonna they're down the field 40 yards?
I can name 1.
That's what I'm saying. So,
maybe Hopkins in his prime.
Yeah, but it's like
nobody.
Yeah, so and Drew Lock loves this. He can throw as far as almost anyone.
I would say top 8 arm talent in the NFL.
Strength wise, yeah, for sure,
talent.
for sure.
Talent, right? Like,
yeah.
All right, what's your first one here, bud?
I have to rearrange mine a little bit here. I'll start off with a bigger name.
Limp Bizkit.
Well, I'll start
and rearrange.
I'll start off with a bigger name because you started with Metcalf because that's a big name. But the rest of my guys are a little bit lower.
Okay.
I'm saying that DeVonta Smith is going to have a better year than AJ Brown.
Wow!
This guy! Come here! Come on! Wow, that's crazy! Enough with you! Okay.
Where DeVonta Smith, ADP, underdog right now, 35. AJ Brown's 11. Wide receiver, 35.
Yeah.
Wide receiver, 11.
Back end 3. Back end 2.
Let me ask you this. I know AJ Brown missed a couple games last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he played like 13 and 14.
Yeah. But who do you think had better stats last year?
Smith or
Brown?
It's probably tied.
You're pretty much on the nose.
Oh, shit.
DeVonta Smith, 64 catches, 916 yards, 5 touchdowns. AJ Brown, less catches, 63. What was it? Was it 869? Yeah, 869, so less yards, 5 touchdowns.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I didn't guess that.
So they tied
you
touchdowns.
like old skinny leg DeVonta Smith, huh?
Dude has...
Is he on the show? Is he on the walking down with like a skirt or something?
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, dude. Dude's gonna. I think in the next few years. I mean, depending on how it hurts. Like,
dude looks like a lady. Bottom end. Yeah, go on. Sorry.
No, it's. I think AJ Brown is going to be the focus of the defense, but DeVonta Smith is less physical but more talented as a receiver.
Yeah,
better route runner, better hands,
technician.
Yep, yeah. So I mean,
well, and who's going to garner the attention?
AJ Brown,
100%.
Yeah.
So I like that actually. Yeah. So where do you see him finishing, just as an individual take for?
So he's on the.
We talking top 24? Are we talking top 14?
I see. He had 64 catches last year. I see that going up to 80, 916 yards receiving. I see that going up to 1,100, and 5 touchdowns. I think is a fair number. Still,
Is this? Let's say, what's your Jalen Hurts take though? Real quick, not to get off topic.
Yeah.
Does that mean Jalen Hurts passing numbers go up, down, stay the same?
Yeah.
This is an AJ Brown take.
It has to. They have to because he averaged like 220 passing yards.
Right. So you're talking 250. It's more the completions, right?
If I mean, with the way the roster is structured, that offense, it's a nice offense. I'm warming up on Hurts. I'm thinking closer to 260, 270, like passing yard. For something like this to happen.
Right, and also again, what you're failing to mention here with the catches is the yards are nice and all, but the completion percentage and the completions and throwing more is the biggest thing for DeVonta Smith.
Yeah.
The yards I feel like are more a factor for AJ Brown because he's the yards guy, right? Like the PPR guy is DeVonta Smith.
Yeah.
And ideally, because he's not exactly he's a downfield threat, but like he's more of an intermediate guy. He's gonna beat you. He's a Michael Thomas.
Yeah. So the way I see it playing out is where AJ Brown's obviously like a Debo. Like you just give him the ball as he's crossing the middle and just let him do what he has to do. But DeVonta Smith is the type where I'm in trouble. It's 3rd and 8. I'm running, and then DeVonta Smith
He's
can
in the
make,
right spot.
he might
right
not
time.
break it for a 60-yard touchdown, but he's going to catch the ball.
Who's making the ballerina toe tap on the sideline?
Who?
The guy with the ballerina leg. He has supermodel legs. Can we both say that he has?
We were talking earlier. He looks like a teenage girl that's wearing her father's shoes.
It's rough, man, and like
I don't know how he walks.
I just have a sneaking suspicion that we're going to see a snap leg. Right?
The way I would describe
little tiny feet.
Who has a what do they call it? The range of the catch range.
Yeah, catch radius.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah.
No,
like who has a better one?
Well, AJ Brown. Come on.
Like just pure hands?
I just feel like who has a separation in terms of like footwork? DeVonta Smith.
Yeah.
His feet are this big.
But he's also long.
He has really big shoes on.
I'm saying, but AJ Brown is the type that's going to catch it on the run and take it to the house.
Yes.
DeVonta Smith is the type of guy like you can throw it off by 5 feet, 10 feet, and he's going to he's going to make that catch.
Yeah, AJ Brown's hands are questionable for sure. All right, my second one here again, beating down the same well. I'm going to be doing this probably for another 20 years, maybe actually just one more year because he might be out of the league. And again, no man.
Hot take that he's going to be out of the league next year.
Could be.
Let's see.
No man's fucked me harder.
What does that mean? Did we have...
No, don't be silly. It was all hands.
How's that ass feeling?
No man's ever fucked me, but Michael Thomas, dude.
Yeah.
And I have to do it. And again, to reiterate to you guys that didn't watch last year, I play a lot of best ball. We're talking redraft leagues. I had 24 redraft leagues. I had him in 22 out of 24, and I believe you took him in XFL in the 5th round, like real early last year. That was one of the 2 I didn't have him in because of you, because we love Michael Thomas. He was my number 1 PP. Michael Thomas, top 3 wide receiver. That's spicy. That's spicy. Like the thing is, DK Metcalf's going higher, and I couldn't get him any higher because this is PPR generally, and DK's not catching 110 passes. Yeah. So the path for him is more just yards and touchdowns. This is spicy because this is real. Like again, there's a reason. So right now, Michael Thomas is going wide receiver 40. Wide receiver 40. Let me reiterate that. ADP 81.
That's below DeVonta Smith.
Yes. Yeah. Now last year it was similar situation, but we knew going into the year, and I even took him even knowing this because it's Michael Thomas, that he was going to miss about 4 to 6 weeks. And ended up, being 6 weeks, and then
he punched someone.
Well, and then the correlation of Jameis Winston being out for the year, he's like, I don't want to catch passes from Taysom Hill. Yeah. Or whoever the fuck, Trevor Siemian. So he's like, fuck it. I want to play for a contract. Yeah. This man needs to play. If he does not perform this year, he's already labeled as a cancer. He's already labeled as a bad locker room guy. Yeah. He's already labeled as a pussy. Sorry not to mince words here, but, here's my comparison, man. Do you remember when Kawhi Leonard had that quad injury with the Spurs? He sat out almost 2 years, bro. And granted, like, quad injury might be worse than ankle injury, but quad injury is a 1-year injury. Yeah. And his camp, same with the Derrick Rose thing, his camp's like, yo, you're getting paid. Don't rush it back. You're going to hurt your value by playing a little hurt.
Yeah, if you play hurt, and you average 18 points instead of 30.
Right. Then people might think you're cooked.
Yeah. So if Thomas came back and had 70 catches instead of 140.
And Michael Thomas, what he did, it's known to be out there. What happened was, I said it when it happened. We might have been watching the fucking game, dude. Week 1 against the Bucks 2 years back. Granted, this is 2 years back. They were up by fucking... They were up or down. It was a 2-score game with like 3 minutes left. They kept him in the game on the goal line and running play. He got rolled up on, whatever. Missed, high ankle sprain was like 4 to 6 weeks. He came back early and then hurt it again and played through it because it was Drew Brees last year. Yeah. And he said, he's like, I'm playing for Drew Brees. Yeah. Because at this point, he's Michael Thomas. He's the best receiver in the NFL, one of the best in the history of the NFL, on track to be Jerry Rice. Sure. Bro, better than Jerry Rice in terms of numbers.
Still young, too.
Hard to compare because the
26, 27?
Yeah. Michael Thomas is 29.
Oh, okay.
But still, dude. Because he came in the league a little late.
3 more years. I mean, he's not... I'm not worried about his athleticism.
Bro. Yeah. Like he played that year hurt. He sacrificed for the Saints, and now like his camp. I mean, I'm hypothetically saying this. Yeah. But like something's going on. All I'm saying is Michael Thomas. I don't care. Call him selfish. I want him to be selfish. This is the year he has to play. If he does not perform, Michael Thomas is never getting another contract, and he is going to be considered not a bust, but like, bro, I'm gonna read you his stats here. first 4 years in the league, all right? 2016 to 2019, healthy years. 92 catches, 104 catches, 125 catches, 149 catches. Dude, what is that? And now that's a product of...
catches a rookie, huh?
Yeah, and that's kind of a product of Drew Brees, Slant Boy. I don't care. Like, Jameis Winston destroyed with Chris Godwin. Chris Godwin had like a number 2 overall fantasy season with Jameis Winston throwing picks all over the place. Yeah. So, yeah, he won't have 120, 140, 150 catches. He might have 95 catches and more of a downfield role. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He'll have higher yards. He was averaging 10 yards per catch. Mm-hmm. His yards were 1,100, 1,200, 1,400, 1,700. Yeah. But I'm just telling you, like, 150 catches, 1,700 yards, and 9 touchdowns was his last healthy year. I mean, dude, everyone talks about Cooper Kupp.
And accident, yeah.
Dude, Michael Thomas is better than Cooper Kupp.
That doesn't happen by chance.
He is better than Cooper Kupp.
Does not
no one can say that Cooper Kupp is better than Michael Thomas. Like, just because we haven't seen it for 2 years. Even if he's 80% of what he was, and Jameis Winston's 80% of Drew Brees, what is 60% of those numbers? I see 150 catches. I see 1,700 yards. Let's divide that in 2. That's 75 catches for 800 yards and 5 touchdowns. Yeah. That's worst case scenario.
That's
why wide receiver 40. Yeah. But I'm saying top.
No,
receiver,
I'm saying like because
if he is a shell of himself and blah 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 blah. Yeah. This is all about health, but he has to play top 3 receiver. I see him having 110 catches. I see him having 10 touchdowns. Wow. So
I like it.
I mean, and whatever. It's not costing you anything, man. Like
no, that's worth it.
If you lose your league because you drafted Michael Thomas in the 7th round, then you suck at fantasy.
Yeah,
right.
It's not.
I still won plenty of those leagues last year with every league having Michael Thomas holding that roster spot.
Right around that round, that's when you start. You have your main guys established. You have my studs.
Right,
like
and what's
the guys
nice,
I'm going to count every single week.
Right.
Once you start getting around this area, all right, let's go upside now.
And what I like about this year opposed to last year is you're going to know right away. Yeah. Last year you had to wait. Yeah. He's playing, right? You're going to know early. This is also in July. But, like, if he just doesn't look right, like, obviously you're not going to cut him. Yeah. But you don't have to start him. You're drafting him as your wide receiver 3 or 4. Yeah. Just draft a guy. Draft Christian Kirk as your 4. There you go. What do you got?
So my second one here, it's a guy that an underdog. My highest ownership percentage. DJ Chark, Lions receiver.
We got to tell the story real quick. That was it was the falling in love story. I'll tell it for you.
Sure.
A little late, middle of the episode of Storytime with Rob for you. So Cap he's done pretty well with ladies in his life, right? We both have. We, not to sit here and brag and whatever. So he took a little hiatus, focused on himself, and I was always like, hey, when are you gonna start dating? Whatever. And recently he's kind of got back on that pogo stick, or no, not that. That'd be no, never mind. Either way, recently you put yourself out there a little bit, and whatever. And you're like, dude, I think I'm in love.
Yeah.
He texted me that, or no, was it in person? It was.
I forget. I think I texted you, and I was like, I'll tell you in person.
And then I'm like, what? Okay, so I'm assuming like this guy, like he's in love. Like he met this girl, and everything's going well, and then he just busted me out with DJ Chark.
Yeah.
I'm like, I mean, I love DJ Chark.
Yeah.
Would you go with DJ Chark? No, you just love his ADP. You like the player. Yeah. And I've always loved DJ Chark, so I want to hear what you have to say.
Wide receiver 70 right now.
Colin trains, bro.
70. I mean, you're talking 13th round. So what I see for him, I'm not expecting the world from him. I'm not expecting a top 3 finish.
Right.
But my hot take is he's going to be a wide receiver 3 or better.
Yeah.
I got 8 touchdowns.
Top 36 or better.
Yeah. Top 36. So you're cutting his ADP in half.
Yep.
You can get him as your wide, especially in best ball. You can get him as your wide receiver 5 or 6, depending on how many you're drafting.
7, bro.
Yeah. Just looking at his stats, obviously he was in Jacksonville. He was hurt last year.
Yeah.
But so before this, I was asking you like, what's name a big play receiver, right? Because I don't think Chark gets enough credit for his big play ability. So he played 4 games last year, but he still his longest catch was 41 yards.
Yeah. Still
had 2 touchdowns. Year before that, longest was 73 yards. Before that, 69 yards. So my point being is he's a big play guy. He hasn't played a full season yet, so I think.
What was his big year? Read his big year off, because he had the year with 11 or 12 touchdowns, I believe.
No, his best is 8.
8.
So
okay. How many games?
2019 was 15 games.
Okay.
Only 73 catches, but averaged 14 yards per catch, 8 touchdowns, long of 7
yards.
Just over 1,000.
Okay.
But either way, I mean, where you're drafting him at.
He's established and proven as a player. And how old? He's like 26 years old, dude.
Yeah.
So.
And to me, the Lions are a run-first team. So what you want is, what you want is Amara St. Brown is the possession guy. Chark is going to
Same with Hawkinson.
Yeah.
You know?
And he got a 1-year, $10 million contract. So this is...
Dude,
let's see if you got it.
You know what's crazy? Is Juju got like $4 million?
Yeah.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
Yeah, had 140.
Who was one of the highest draft picks in Dynasty after his 2 blow-up years. And it's a prove-it deal, right? And he wanted to play for home, whatever. The thing is, if he had got offered Christian Kirk money, don't you think Juju Smith-Schuster would have signed for that? No one wanted him.
Yeah.
DJ Chark got paid more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Regardless of what money they had. So DJ Chark is, I'm not saying he's better than Juju, but I like DJ Chark. Like, I really do. And you opened I laughed at you at first.
Yeah.
Because there's one problem with DJ Chark, is that it's Jameson Williams, but we know the Lions aren't competing this year, at least for anything substantial.
Yeah.
Right? Like, what's substantial for them?
Some
like
people are pretty hyped about him, but
yeah. If they make the playoffs, do you think they can win fucking 4 playoff games in the Super Bowl?
No. If they win 8 if they win 8 games, it's a good year. It's a good year for them.
So why are they rushing Jameson Williams back? So here's the thing. So when Jameson Williams comes back, that's an issue. But what if he's killing it for 6 weeks? Why rush Jameson Williams back? And I love Jameson Williams, right? But like, he is the X receiver in that offense.
Yeah.
He is out there every play, even if it's like just to fucking stretch the field.
Yeah.
But where you're drafting him at, you're talking 80% snap share?
70.
I like that.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know why. Why am I talking like that?
Even if he jumps 20 spots, maybe he's a wide receiver 4, you're still getting 14, 15. Plus, he's only 25 years old. 25.
I like Chark. Dude, I like Chark.
There's like
I wish the Bears would.
He might not,
right?
Like,
wouldn't that be a great spot for the Bears to get? Like, we should sign him.
Yeah. Just let
Fields
Fields toss it up.
Yeah, dude. So, and he's big. He's solid. Like, we watch his film. Really solid, man. Like, that guy's got a nose
6'4"
for the end zone, and he plays like he looks smaller because how he moves, but he plays big. If that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm going to ask you to pull it up because I believe he had the same metrics as DK coming out of college in terms of 40, shuttle, all that shit. Like,
wow.
So, like, obviously DK's bigger. Like, he weighs more, but same height. So if you can maybe look that up and then maybe put it in there. I believe they're similar in terms of like the shuttle and the 40 time and all that shit.
Yeah, you asking me to do extra credit here?
Well, I just want to put it in.
Oh,
in writing. So
I'll do it. I love editing. It's fun. Yeah. All right, next one here. I'm doing a lot of old studies here. Well, DK's not an old study, but this one is a strange one because of the situation. The guy that drafted the trade is Robert Woods. Robert Woods was pretty bad last year. It was mostly because Cooper Kupp was pretty great last year.
Yeah, it was rough.
And
last year,
you know, all the advanced metrics. This is why all the guys on the podcast I listen to are down on Robert Woods. Because every year his yards per route run has gone down. It's not been great. And one part of Robert Woods' game that always kind of elevated him 4 or 5 spots was his rushing.
Mm-hmm.
Always had like 130 yards rushing and 2 rushing touchdowns. Whatever. I don't care about that. He's a 70, 80 catch guy. He's going to be a 70, 80 catch guy. On the Titans, their number 1 receiver.
Yeah.
They're not going to be very good this year.
Yeah.
Relative to where they've been. Right?
That's the idea right now.
And it doesn't matter. If they are, then guess what? He's the number 1 receiver on a team that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. He's going wide receiver 49, ADP 102. I have him as a top 16 receiver in PPR. I have him catching 80 balls.
Oh, shit. All right.
And I don't know, 80 balls doesn't sound too crazy.
Yeah.
But, you know, and he's not really a big touchdown guy, but give me 80 catches, give me 1,100 yards, give me fucking 6 touchdowns, give me a top 16 receiver, and a guy that I know is proven. He's 30 years old. Coming off an ACL, mind you, it was like week 5. But, I mean, you're talking about James Robinson coming back after week 9 Achilles.
Yeah.
Robert Woods, week 6 ACL. Come on, man.
Yeah. So
he's already running routes. He's going to be ready.
Yeah. So what I do like about that is, to me, this is just personal opinion. To me, it feels like the Titans feel like they got their big receiver. Like they lost AJ Brown, but just the way, like I remember watching press conferences with Robert Woods. Like he had a big introductory press conference where like we don't think of him as a Tyreek Hill or AJ Brown,
no.
But the Titans treat him that way. So it almost seems like they're going to feature him that way.
They will. I mean,
that's my point.
Tannehill's an on-time passer, man.
He's going to get the opportunities.
What are they going to do, man? They're going to load the box. Man. Like, dude, Robert Woods 1-on-1 in the slot. Good luck guarding him.
Speaking of Tannehill,
sorry.
Can you believe this? He has the biggest cap hit this year.
Wow, gross.
Yeah, like $40 million.
Ugh, got a hot girl. And one more thing about Robert Woods.
$40 million will get you some girls.
That I love is that, like, so Treylon Burks has had a lot of negative buzz. I like Treylon Burks.
Yeah.
He's not A.J. Brown, and I don't know how ready he is, okay? And, you know, if he's good, that's better for Robert Woods because he's not a volume guy. He's a role guy, just like A.J. Brown was. No, I'm talking about the rookie Burks, yeah. He's a role guy, right? He needs to have a role. He needs to be that big play guy.
Sure.
It doesn't matter for me if he has it or not. They got rid of all their tight ends. They have Austin fucking Pooper, dude. Yeah. Okay? Nick Westbrook-Ikhine, like, that's their number 2 or number 3, whatever you want to fucking spin it.
Yeah.
They got nothing, man. They got nothing. They got no receiving backs. Robert Woods, to the moon, top 16, safe as fuck. Not sexy.
To the moon.
Yeah. Not sexy. Robert Woods is not sexy, let's be honest.
Are you investing in crypto now?
He is a thicker young girl that's going to let you do a lot of things. That's fun to me.
Oh, yeah.
Used to be fun for me, not anymore. Check that. What do you got?
Cut.
Some emo deep cuts.
Yeah.
They cut, they slice.
I understand.
You got it? You got the joke? Cool.
You heard about this? You seen this?
Yeah, my jokes are good. Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
Say anything? Oh, shit.
Great.
All right, now we're down to our deep dives?
Yeah.
All right, this is a good one. This is my favorite one right here. Jahan Dotson.
We got Dotson here.
Dotson. We've got Dotson here. See, nobody cares.
We got Dotson.
No
one cares.
Yeah, no one cares, right? They just turned it off now.
Yeah.
Top rookie wide receiver this year. And that I have that equating to top 24 value in PPR.
Oh, shit.
He is going right now. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I do have written down here. He's the 8th rookie off the board. So there are 7 rookie wide receivers going ahead of him in fantasy right now.
Yeah.
And I think it's 124 he's going. You don't have to look it up. I got it.
I'm going to do just the receiver part.
Yeah.
Keep talking. I got
so 8th rookie off the board. I have him as the top rookie wide receiver in fantasy this year. And I'll give you a couple reasons why.
Yeah.
What's crazy to me is 8th off the board, and he was taken 16th overall, which I believe was the 4th receiver taken in terms of real draft.
Okay.
Because there was 8, 10. Yeah, he was the 4th. So I don't really like the landing spot that much, honestly, because you have Samuel coming back. You have fucking Terry McLaurin. You have, Scary Terry. But Logan Thomas ain't ready to come back, okay? They don't know what the hell they're doing in the backfield right now.
Yeah.
Carson Wentz, say what you will about him. He's not Daniel Jones. Yeah. He's better than that.
He never has the ball.
The reports,
he's usually giving the ball to the other team.
The reports of Dotson, I know it's just reports, it's fluff pieces, whatever, and it was maybe correlating with the fact that we didn't have McLaurin in any of the OTAs. It's nice to kind of build this guy up, but everyone's saying the good shit about this guy.
Yeah.
And I do recall my comp to him was a fast Jarvis Landry.
Oh, yeah.
Yes,
we did watch them. Yeah.
Jarvis Landry ran a 4.77, and Jarvis Landry's been a pro for a while. This guy ran a 4.4, 4.42, and people say he's like slow for his size. I don't give a fuck. Like Jarvis Landry's small, bro.
The 4.4, because
it's for his size. That's why they say
that's like fine. But you watch him on the field,
plays big.
No, he plays fast
and
he's
big.
Fast.
Like he's fearless. One of the best. He has the best hands in the draft. I feel like he is the most pro-ready receiver. Him and Drake London probably pro-ready receiver in the draft. I like the landing spot. I think he's going to be playing 70% of the snaps in the slot. Love that spot for him. They don't have a tight end at the moment. Top 24 wideout, which mean about 1,000 yards and 7 touchdowns. But the guy's a gamer, man. He had 12 touchdowns in college, which is a lot for a small guy. I'm a big fan of Dotson. We got Dotson here.
Yeah, I have a couple questions once you're finished.
Yeah, we got.
So first one is, if he's going to be the top, who would you say is the biggest competition, rookie receiver wise?
It's got to be Drake London because he's number 1 there.
Think so?
Garrett Wilson, I feel like, is the best receiving prospect in this draft.
Yeah.
But Garrett Wilson there's Elijah Moore.
Yeah.
There's Corey Davis is still there.
Okay, so I don't know if this is a question
Brees Hall,
or a statement, but I remember obviously Rivera was with Kurt Samuel in Carolina, and then once he got the job in Washington, he specifically went out and said, "Hey, we're going to pay them like $8 million a year, whatever it was at the time." It was a big contract for someone like Kurt Samuel. Yeah. He's supposed to be coming back healthy. No concerns there. Like, to me, he's a slot guy.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, Dotson isn't just his primary. He isn't just a slot guy.
Yeah.
He's versatile. That's why I love him.
Well,
and they're going to be playing. Here's the thing: is they are real heavy. Remember we were talking about how they had the highest percentage of the tight end snaps. We were watching Logan Thomas, like 99% of the snaps.
Yeah.
They don't have him right now for the first 6 weeks. So the tight end position is pretty much a zero.
Yeah.
So 3 receiver sets, very prevalent.
Sure.
He's going to be on the field. And I'm telling you, he's a better player than Curtis Samuel. Curtis Samuel's a gadget player.
Sure.
Okay? He's a really, really poor man's Debo Samuel.
Yeah.
Without the size, without the speed, without the power, without the finesse, without any of that shit.
Yeah.
So maybe he'll have a role. I don't know. I mean, and I like Terry McLaurin. Originally, my take was going to be he outscores Terry McLaurin, but I love McLaurin.
You just love the talent. You love the talent.
I'm just telling you, he's a way better prospect than McLaurin was coming out.
Because it doesn't sound like you're in love with the situation, but you love the talent.
Yes. Yeah, and the situation's average.
Sure.
And I'm just telling you, McLaurin's a 3rd round pick, right? And he's that guy's. I love McLaurin, dude. He's a great person. From the interviews I heard, he's a fucking great teammate. Everyone loves him. He tries hard. He fucking trains hard.
Circumcised.
Yes, that helps. Just everything about McLaurin, he's really earned his stripes. Like he has made himself into an all-pro.
Yeah.
But in terms of a prospect, I feel like Dotson has the same kind of qualities, and he was taken 16th overall.
Cool.
Overdrafted. I didn't like the draft spot, honestly. Like a lot of these things I don't like.
Yeah.
But cream rises, bro.
Well, it sounds like this is because usually, like, if I'm going to give you credit for one thing, it's going to be your analysis of situations. Like that's why you're good with the Braxton Berrios, and like when you guys get hurt, like you understand the situations a little better than I do. But it seems like this is one of the few guys who are like just basically talent. Like the situations, meh.
Yeah.
He was overdrafted, meh.
Right. A lot of things.
Like quarterbacks, meh. He has to outcompete McLaurin, meh. Like,
yeah.
You know, there's a lot of stuff there. But when it comes to rookies, I'll always defer to you in terms of like I'm not gonna sit here and argue.
It's not a great rookie class.
Well, my default is. So my initial thought is like I would rather take the 5-year vet in Curtis Samuel as a slot. Especially because he's Rivera's guy.
Yeah.
Like Akers is McVay's guy.
Right.
Like, so it just, but again, I'm going to defer to you when it comes to rookies because I'm automatically they're almost on my do not draft list just because they're a rookie. So it's I have to give you the benefit.
Give me your guy. I know who it is already. I'm happy about this one.
Yeah. So ADP or wide receiver 93. Wide receiver 93. ADP,
only get that here, guys.
ADP is like 215.
Yeah.
He's another guy that is barely getting drafted last round.
I believe 215 is the cutoff. They stopped blitzing after that. Yeah. That's why.
But it's Brian Edwards. He former Raider. Now he's on Atlanta. He's probably going to be the most veteran receiver that they have. I think.
Oh yeah.
Either way. This is just a guy. Just watch his college film.
Even his pro film, like
but watch his college film because he's going to get opportunities like he did in college with Atlanta.
I didn't see it coming, and I liked Brian Edwards the last couple of years. I actually liked him.
2000. He was a 3rd round pick in 2020.
Yeah, it was the same as the Ruggs draft.
Yeah.
And I liked him as a player. I like what I've seen. Yeah. But watching this, the culmination of the college and the pro film, bro, one-handed catches, dog.
OBJ on the sideline, but he catches like OBJ.
It's like
and
then
he
lands like DK Metcalf.
Sheds a tackle and runs into the
it's like DK Metcalf next to OBJ. I've never seen anything like it. It's crazy.
So
why do the Raiders give up on him? I don't get it.
My take should be higher, but the fact that he's wide receiver 93,
right.
And
the Mariota
215.
And the Mariota things.
So I just had him 8 touchdowns. He scored 4 last year, which is still, I mean, for being the whatever receiver on the. So I got him as a wide receiver 3, at 90. Wide receiver 93. If you can get it.
It's a third of where he's going. Holy fuck, man.
The best thing I can tell you is just watch his film.
Yeah, watch his film. Yeah,
same
with Trey Sermon.
Yes.
This is your wide receiver version of my Trey Sermon. And these are guys we're going to keep on talking about here because we can't, like, situation matters, right? A lot. But talent matters too. And, it's where do you bridge that gap? And there's certain guys, though, and again, we're biased. We have guys we love that are trash, right? We're always wrong, but we're also always right. Like, no one's always right. No one, like, people that say they're obviously just cutting their shit off their YouTube channel if they have one of when they're wrong for the year after the year and be like, look what I was right on.
Yeah.
Dude, we'll make fun of it. Well, I was wrong a bunch last year, but I was also right about a lot of shit.
Sure.
And sometimes I didn't even like implement it in my lineups or my drafting strategies. But if you're right more than you're wrong in fantasy, you win.
Yep. So he was
especially on guys like this.
He was last year top 5 in terms of yards per catch.
Yep.
I thought he was a little bit higher, but
that's pretty good.
It was Debo at 18.
Yeah.
Gabe Davis at 17.5. Donald Peoples-Jones at 17.5.
Yeah.
Jamar Chase, of course, at 17, and then he's at 16.5.
Dude.
Then it drops down. There's only one other guy above 16. So I mean, he's a big play guy.
It's beautiful. I love it.
93. Why not?
That's and there's no risk in it. It's the beautiful thing.
Yeah,
like
he's going to go undrafted.
Yeah,
like regardless of the format.
Yeah.
He's going to go undrafted unless you guys start watching our podcast.
Right, and we're also not telling you in your standard home league to be drafting Bryan Edwards right now.
No.
It's keep an eye on him, and if you have a deep league with deep benches or best ball, target him. Because, someone's got to get it. And the thing is, I mentioned that I loved Auden Tate before all this shit, and I do still like Auden Tate.
Sure.
Before they drafted Drake London, right? Before they brought in Bryan Edwards. Now, Auden Tate, I don't like him anymore because it's not the player situation.
It's still get some play.
Bryan Edwards, they specifically traded for. They didn't give a lot for him.
Yep.
But it's a nice mix, dude. Like they need big bodies for Mariota because Mariota's not going to be... He wouldn't match up well with Devontae Smith. He needs a guy that can kind of create some separation and also kind of pin the defender.
Well,
right?
you can catch like OBJ.
Oh, yeah, that's true, right?
Like, just toss it up. Just toss it up.
And you think we're joking when you talk about this OBJ thing? There's like 3 catch. There one catch with a toe tap and the one hand was better than OBJ's catch,
Why,
right?
dude? Because he caught it and then it came back.
We can watch that again?
Yeah, we should.
Rob Square.
And it's been a complete joy.